are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
Welcome to Entertaining Germantown. I'm Parke Kennedy, and I'm pleased to be your host. On this show, we take a look every month at some of the great things going on in the arts and culture world in and around Germantown. Today, I'll be chatting with folks from Germantown Symphony Orchestra and Germantown Chorus, Lauren Hayes from the Memphis Oral School for the Deaf, and Rebecca Arndt from IRIS Orchestra, and GPAC's marketing manager, Nevada Presley. Here with me today is Frank Anthony, representing Germantown Symphony Orchestra, and Ryan Lakanen, representing Germantown Chorus. And we're going to talk about their upcoming holiday concert. Ryan, Frank, it's so great to have you here today.
Thank you.
We've got some exciting things to talk about, your upcoming holiday concert, which is a holiday tradition, but there's some new twists to it. Let's talk about that.
Well, this year, we are combining with some other groups and choirs from around the area. So we will be collaborating with the Memphis Choral Arts, which is the men's chorale and the women's chorale, directed by Dr. Ryan Fisher. And we will also be having some singers with us from Houston High School and from the Germantown High School. So we should have a really large choir. We're hoping for about 100 singers behind the orchestra.
100 singers behind, and how many members strong is the orchestra?
Well, we have about 85 on our roster, and I'm sure we'll have 60 to 70 people in the orchestra. You know, this is one of our biggest collaborations we've had. I'm very excited to be with the chorus again. This is actually our 19th year with this holiday concert with the chorus.
Doing this together, amazing. Yeah. And so 200 maybe-ish people on stage, approximately, maybe a little less than that. That's a lot to manage, a lot to coordinate. How do the rehearsals go? Do you do it on site before, or is everybody rehearsing independently? How's that work?
We do. We rehearse independently, separately, and then we put all together in a couple rehearsals, which is tough, right? Only 2 rehearsals. Yeah. But we're all good groups, and it'll be a great concert.
So when is the concert?
December 8th at 7 p.m. at Germantown Performing Arts Center.
Germantown Performing Arts
Center. Get your tickets, because it's going to sell out.
Right, yeah. I mean, and I've heard that there's a really fun component to it, which is traditional. It's a holiday sing-along with audience participation. Tell us about that.
Every year, Dr. Ron Vernon, the director of the orchestra, picks out some sing-along songs, and he invites the audience to sing along with us, so they get to be a part of the concert. And
the orchestra's playing as well?
Yes.
The orchestra's playing as well, and we always have a fun little moment there where we all put unique headwear on, as Dr. Vernon calls it, seasonally appropriate festive headwear.
Oh, I love it. So
it could be Santa hats or a menorah hat or Christmas lights or whatever you want.
Definitely something to look forward to, and something for you know, young and old, right? I mean, holiday classics.
Absolutely.
And sing along. So let's talk a little bit about your independent groups. I know you've both been around for a long time. I believe the symphony a little bit longer than the chorus, is that correct?
We're in our 43rd year,
yeah, right.
43rd season, and I've been playing in the orchestra for 30 years. I play French horn. It's a great group of all volunteer people from all different walks of life. We've got doctors, we've got scientists, lawyers, teachers, even stay-at-home moms that just love to play for the joy of music.
All volunteer, every age and stage, and of course we were talking about this earlier, music like that, it's something, whether you're singing or you're playing an instrument, something that you can do really far into your senior years, and you can start really, really young. So
Absolutely.
that makes it
We
really
have
fun.
people from teens to in their 80s playing in the orchestra. It's a great, diverse, and wonderful collaborative group.
Amazing. And then yours is a unique story as far as the Germantown Chorus goes. Tell us about that.
In 1986, the Germantown Parks and Rec Department decided that they needed some singers for a summer event. And so they gathered this group of singers together. And after the event was over, the need was over, they decided that they did not want to stop singing together. And so that formed the Germantown Community Chorus, and it's been going strong ever since. Up until recently, we still had a couple of the original members singing with us.
Wow, that's amazing.
So right now, it's one of the children of the founding members. So
That's just such an awesome story. They got together, didn't know each other most likely, came together, performed together, and didn't want to stop, and kept doing it for all these years. Again, all volunteer. And you guys perform, both of you, independently at different times and venues throughout the year. What else do you all have going on, Frank?
So we have about 4 or 5 concerts per season at Germantown Performing Arts Center. Plus we do a few run-out concerts to serve the community in West Tennessee, like in Ripley and Savannah, Tennessee.
Nice.
We just finished our Young Artist concert recently, which we love every year. It's fabulous. There's so much great young talent in this area. And then in the spring, after our collaborative holiday concert, we'll have a concert with a world-famous pianist in March. And then in May, we have a local cellist from the state of Tennessee who is founded the Tennessee Cello Workshop. So we're excited about those 2 concerts coming up in the spring.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And what about y'all?
we don't do quite as many performances as the orchestra. They work probably a whole lot harder than we do. But we do have, on average, 6 performances a year in our season. And we always start our season out by singing at the Germantown Festival. We are always the opening act on that first day of the festival.
On that stage.
And start the entertainment off.
Great.
And in addition, we also sing the tree lighting for Germantown, which is always that Friday after Thanksgiving.
And where does that take place?
It takes place at Municipal Park.
That's right. Okay.
Right on the lake, the pond there.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
And so our other concerts, besides performing every now and then, apart from the holiday concert, every now and then we'll have a concert at GPAC, or they might just be scattered elsewhere around the community, trying to pick up new audience members and spread the music around the community. But we have a fundraiser coming up November 3rd, and that's our fundraiser. Will actually be in Collierville. And in the spring, we will have a performance at GPAC in their lobby there, and at the end of our season, we will close it off at a church down in Olive Branch, I believe. So we travel around a
You're
bit.
busy, and I think the key word for both of your organizations is really community, right? You're a community symphony,
Absolutely.
you're a community chorus,
Yes.
And you involve the community. You go out to the community with the holiday concert coming up. Again, it's December 8th.
Correct.
At GPAC. You're involved with multiple groups, including Houston High School students and Germantown High School students, which is a fabulous opportunity for them to perform on a wonderful main stage alongside professional musicians. It's really, really great work. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Parke.
Thank you.
It's time for a short break. When we come back, the next segment will be an interview we recently taped outside of the studio at the Memphis Oral School for the Deaf, showcasing a wonderful musical partnership between Memphis Oral School for the Deaf and IRIS Orchestra, supported by a GPAC Arts Grant.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
You are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
Welcome back to Entertaining Germantown. I'm here at the Memphis Oral School for the Deaf with Lauren Hayes, Executive Director of the Oral School for the Deaf, and Rebecca Arndt, Director of Community Initiatives of IRIS Orchestra. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you.
We're here to talk about a GPAC Arts grant that you received. And actually, this is the second year, and it's a partnership between the Memphis Oral School for the Deaf and IRIS Orchestra. Tell me about the program.
Well, I'll tell you that I'm just so thankful for GPAC and IRIS. This partnership has been around long before I came on board here as director at the school. But I'll tell you, since we have really worked with IRIS, I think in more depth in the last couple of years, the outcomes in the classroom have just been tremendous. Here at MOSD, we talk about teaching and empowering children who are deaf and hard of hearing to learn spoken language.
So you are bringing music through the IRIS Fellows come to the school once a month, and you work with the kids who are ages 2 to 6-ish, and you're bringing music to deaf kids. Yeah. Why is that important?
Well, for IRIS, our mission is to bring music into the community and the concert hall of the greater Memphis area. And we feel that in order to be an asset to the community, it's really important for us to be doing more than just entertainment. So plugging into the people that live in our neighborhoods is not only important to us as an organization, but it's also important to our musicians. So in order for us to feel like we are a true asset to MOSD and our other partners, we want to make sure that we are plugging in to what's already going on. They're doing such amazing work with the students here, and music is such a powerful tool that we all know. But for little ones who are learning how to process what they're hearing for the first time, music can be a really valuable tool. So none of us are music therapists at all, so we rely on MOSD and the work that they're doing to, we use our tools as musicians to enhance the work that's happening with them.
So it's a true partnership. You're bringing something that you have, talents and you know, expertise, and then you combining it with your therapist, and bringing something really special to these kids.
Our students travel from all across the Mid-South here, and because we are such a small school, we can't transport our children to some of these performances. We're truly bringing the arts to our school in a way that many of our children would not be able to experience otherwise. But it isn't just listening to an entertaining song. They're very, very active in musical songs and movement and listening exercises, really making the new listeners to love listening, and then that translates in the classroom. They start listening in the classroom and language starts to develop. So it's truly starting with a musical foundation to help build the spoken language foundation for them.
So we got to watch the program, and just it was so impactful. I spoke to the fellows, Rosa and Carrington, about their experience as musicians participating in this, and obviously the benefits flow both ways for sure. Their eyes just lit up with that experience. They said that they love to do this. It's their favorite thing to do, bringing the music out to the community, especially, you know, in such a joyful way for these young kids. And then watching the children, their faces, the movement, like you said, some of them just completely, you know, enraptured. They're connecting, they're paying attention, they're learning some self-discipline, it's social skills, it's just a whole gamut of things that they're learning and processing, and I'm sure that the processing goes on, you know, past the immediate experience. So
what I also love that you guys bring literacy into a lot of your musical experiences too. Yeah,
the storytelling part of it was really, really interesting too, because there was music woven in, rhythm, clapping, a fun, you know, seasonal story, which is great. And so you come once a month. We try to
come about once a month, and our fellows come, as well as our musicians who live locally, as well as the musicians that we fly in. So next month, a woodwind quintet will come and play with the kids, and all of them are from all over the country. But what's really interesting is that whether it's our fellows or whether it's just part of our general roster of musicians, MOSD happens to be one of the most favorite places for our musicians to come. They always ask to come back.
Good.
Because not only do we hope that the kids get so much out of it, but that our musicians do as well. They say that the experiences that they have here, they take to the concert hall when they come back.
Right. And truly, we have some students who have gone on to play instruments once they leave our school, and I think it really comes from the musical petting zoo that you guys do, allowing them to play the instruments. Their faces light up with that, and the different instruments. Rebecca just has wonderful ideas all the time about, oh, I want to bring this instrument. I want to see how they respond to a woodwind group, and you know, we've really tried a lot of different things, and sometimes the children get little jingle bells to kind of play with us, so it gets pretty loud in there.
They get really involved, and they get to hands-on. They got to play the violin, and they were, you know, handling the, I don't even know what it's called, the bow, and you could just see they feel the vibration as well through the bow, so they're feeling it in their whole body.
It's very sensory involved, and we're just so thankful for the partnership with IRIS, but certainly GPAC makes it possible, and it's something that it's just really invaluable to listening.
Well, it's wonderful to be able to share in this way the program and show the impact. And IRIS, you take this program to other different organizations, other folks with disabilities.
We do. Well, yes and no. So we do go and we work with other groups that specialize in other groups of people with disabilities, specifically Down syndrome as well.
Right.
But the program that we do here is actually specific to MOSD. We've worked with the music therapists that they've had on staff, as well as their administration, to find out what skills they're really working on and what kind of musical games we can do to enhance those types of activities.
So you really integrate it into their existing programs, so that you build on things that they're working on during the day. Well, that's wonderful.
You'll just have to come back next year, and our children will even have more language thanks to these musical experiences. That's the goal.
Love to. It was a great experience. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here today. When we come back, we'll be back at the studio. I'll be talking to Nevada Presley, Marketing Director at GPAC, about what's happening at GPAC.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's smart.
I really want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't have another bad day.
I really hope I don't have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
You are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
Welcome back to Entertaining Germantown. I'm very pleased to once again have GPAC's marketing manager, Nevada Presley, to talk about what's happening at GPAC. Nevada, thanks for coming back.
Sure, anytime.
Yeah, so lots of busy things going on at GPAC.
Yeah, really exciting events coming up.
Events coming up. Let's talk about holiday events.
Okay.
See what we've got going on in the month of December.
We have a really exciting event for kids. It's on December 7th. Peanut butter and jammies.
Peanut butter and jammies.
Yeah, so it's along the lines of our regular peanut butter and jam, except for this event, instead of being on a Saturday morning, it's on a Friday evening. And as you might guess, kids wear their jammies.
Their jammies, and I'm guessing maybe they're Christmas jammies.
Yeah, if they have Christmas jammies, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
So there'll be like arts and crafts and some event, you know, sort of things to do before the show and a little snack after the show. And Farmer Jason is the magical man who, you know, he has really funny, like, there's a song about a skunk, like all I want for Christmas is a skunk in a trunk or something along those lines. And so that is a really popular event. Really fun. It's on Friday evening, December 7th, and it takes place on the main stage.
On the main stage. So the kids get to come in their jammies.
Yep.
Be entertained by Farmer Jason. They're on the main stage. They're, what, sitting down or all around?
Sliding around maybe in their jammies.
Singing fun holiday songs. Participating.
Celebrating all things sparkly and bright.
Sparkly and bright, a little dancing maybe too. And so it's just one show that night, unlike the normal PB&J where there's a Saturday morning, there's a 9 a.m. and a 10:30. This is just one show.
Exactly. It's just the one show at 6:30. Tickets are $8 for a child, and it includes up to 2 adults.
So mom and dad or grandparents or caregivers or aunts and uncles can bring a child and have a blast themselves. And they can even wear their jammies if they want to.
Can wear their jammies.
Everybody should wear their jammies. That's
a great
awesome.
Opportunity to wear your jammies in public.
All right, and so tickets are on sale now.
They're on sale now.
I imagine they sell out pretty
quickly.
It's
a really popular event. So if you know you're going to come, get your tickets. I would recommend calling the box office to avoid the fee that's $5 on an $8 ticket. So they're ready to sell you a ticket at the box office, 751-7500.
Perfect. All right, what else is going on in December?
Well, the Germantown Chorus and Orchestra, as everyone knows who's watching the show, will be there, as well as on the 11th and 12th, Madonna Center Sharing the Light will be doing their annual Christmas program.
Which is another holiday tradition.
Yeah, it's another holiday tradition.
For old and young.
It's just a joyful, full of, you know, fun, Christmas music. I think all holidays that we celebrate around this time of year are included. And that is in the evening on the 11th and 12th of December.
And the show is called?
Sharing the Light.
Sharing the Light. And and for those of you who don't know, Madonna Learning Center puts together this annual holiday program. It's a sellout. People come from all over. I've heard people say that they don't consider the seasons started, their kickoff to the holiday season, until they've seen that show. And it puts them in a whole different place emotionally and mentally, because the joy of watching these children perform, sharing their light, and the message being that we each have a light to share.
And it's also kind of a gift from Madonna Learning Center children back to the community, because they feel like they get so much support.
Amazing.
And so it really is just a lovely evening.
Yeah. So tickets are available.
Yep, again, at gpacweb.com or by calling the box office.
Okay, perfect. And speaking of tickets, promotion for, what do we call it, Cyber Monday?
Oh yeah, so
do we do a little something?
Tickets make a great gift.
They do.
They sure do. And so on Cyber Monday, we will give 20% off tickets. So if you think ahead, for some people you might want to give a gift for Christmas of some tickets, then buy them on Cyber Monday and you will save 20%.
And so you go online. This is not by calling the box office.
No, you go online. Everything's online, like Cyber Monday. And you purchase tickets online that day and save 20% for all the rest of the shows in the season.
And you don't just have to buy Cyber Monday tickets to give us Christmas gifts. It could be a pre-holiday happy.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot going on in December at GPAC. We talked about PB and Jammies. We talked about the Medina Learning Center show.
There's the Nutcracker.
Then there's the Nutcracker,
yeah.
Seasonal classic.
It's not Christmas without the Nutcracker.
No.
So the Children's Ballet will do their performance of the Nutcracker on the 15th and 16th. There's an evening show on the 15th and then a matinee on the 16th.
So Children's Ballet Theater performing the Nutcracker, combination of students from the Children's Ballet and then some professionals, I believe, as well.
Right, from Tennessee Ballet.
Ballet, that's right. And if you haven't seen that show, you should. They're performed by the Children's Ballet Theater. Their costumes are amazing, the set's amazing, and it's right there at GPAC, so that's a great one. Anything else?
Yeah, there's a couple things to mention coming up in November.
Okay.
Ellis Marsalis will be on the main stage November 10th. And
Ellis Marsalis is a familiar name.
Very familiar. Branford Marsalis is his son, also Winton, Jason, and Delphio, so just like maybe the biggest jazz family probably in the world. And Ellis is the father. So he's a father of jazz in quite a few ways.
Yes, he is.
And so that show is on November 10th. Malini Gupta's opening of her visual arts exhibit will also be that evening. Not the opening, but the artist reception.
The reception, okay.
And they were hanging that work today at GPAC, and it is really, really cool.
It's a show called Magellan's Medicine.
It's by Dr. Malini Gupta.
Mixed media.
Yeah, there's like
fabulous.
Collage, like landscape collage, and really beautiful ceramics that are hung on brilliantly colored wood. It is really, really nice to see. And you can see that anytime through November. Anytime that the gallery is open, it's free, it's upstairs and downstairs. I mean, it's a great little thing to pop in on your lunch hour.
Because it's happening at GPAC.
It's happening at GPAC, and we are really grateful to Kimberly Wealth Management for becoming our new sponsor of the visual arts exhibition.
That's great news.
So it's a kind of a new thing, not exactly new, we've been doing it for a long time, but this show is especially beautiful, and we're excited about our new sponsor.
Thank you, Nevada. It's time to wrap up this episode. Thank you to all my guests for being here and you, the viewer, for joining us on Entertaining Germantown. If you'd like to watch this or other shows on Germantown Municipal Television, please visit www.gmtvonline.org. I hope you will join us when Entertaining Germantown returns next month.